Hello everybody. I'm just trying to verify my sound. I hope all y'all are doing well. Give me a half a second to verify everything. Ooh, boy am I tired. Hello everybody. Alright, so good. Sound's going well. Hello, 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 and hello. If y'all been watching these vlogs, I am super tired. I literally just got back from Lebanon, climbing up under the church for the last time, hopefully. But thank y'all so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. If you haven't, make sure, and what else? Oh, there it goes. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you don't already have it on. Let me do my full output here so I can see what's going on. Thank y'all so much. Let's go through here real quick and say hello to everybody. We're going to start today off a little bit differently because there's something really important I need y'all to understand. Anthony, first as usual. Hello. Clarence, hello. Claude, hello. Abraham, hello. Belsma, hello. King Wow, YT, hello. Art, Missy Productions, hello. Your camera is going to be shipped out right after I get off of here. She won the 30,000 subscriber. Marcy's Williams, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much. St. James, hello. Josh, what's going on? Chris, hello. M&S Mobile Notary, hello. Francisco, hello. So far we got video streams, hello. What else we got here? Hello. JK Visual Media, hello. Augustine, what's up? And Shane, what's going on? The man is in the house. Dwayne Rich, I believe that it is. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all so much. How are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing great. I am tired, exhausted. And Missy Productions, yes, I do need to get some sleep, but it's kind of difficult when you got a 5-year-old bouncing all over the place. This is my moment of break while she's at school. But thank y'all so much. Let me get everything here, get this stuff out of the way. If you haven't, just remember that we still have the A10 mini giveaway for this month at the last day of the month. We have one more for next month in December. Make sure you subscribe to that. I just put a link in the chat for that. What else we got? Let me just go ahead and cut to the chase. Some things I need y'all to really be aware of. YouTube has changed their terms of service effective 2 days ago on the 18th. So what does this mean? This means that if you are under 1,000 subscribers, contrary to anything that you think, ads will now be on every YouTube video. Everyone. So if you're live streaming from using YouTube for church, you can get ads, but you cannot control them. You cannot control how many they are. You cannot control what they are. That is now a part of the terms of service. Once you get to 1,000, you have some more control over how these ads go. And if you are over 1,000, kind of like me, and you're earning from the partner plan with YouTube to get paid some of the stuff, their payment is now going to be considered royalties. So it makes it a little bit easier for taxes. They actually will take out taxes as well too. So, but that's the other part. The more important thing from here is if you are live streaming with YouTube, you are now going to be susceptible to getting ads on your stuff for church, no matter what. I need y'all to really be aware of that. So it's still nothing the matter with using YouTube. I think you just have to be mindful if you're doing a live stream. For me, I was dabbling with YouTube for my church. We normally do live stream on Facebook, and what we used to do is live stream on Facebook, take it down, edit it, and do just clips of the sermon on YouTube and other platforms, Vimeo, Facebook, stuff like that. So I need y'all to be aware of that. So don't be surprised. Let everybody know who does not know the terms of service and everything, how this stuff goes. It is not in your control. It is YouTube's. So be mindful of that. That's why I always suggest and encourage y'all to have multiple platforms just in case, because you do not own it. They can change the rules at any point in time. So you need to be aware of that. Let's see. Again, anybody I may have missed, we got some more folks here, so let me catch back up with everybody. Edward, hello. Miranda, hello. David, hello. Cali UM2006, hello. Aries, hello. Michael, hello. All right, folks, so I think that's it. So let's go ahead and get to some questions here. Let me go back to the first page and let's start rewinding here. Claude would like to know how, let me bring this up. Claude would like to know, how can you connect a Canon DSLR to your Blackmagic ultrasound mini recorder? I think that is a Mac specific device, I believe. Give me a second. I want to look it up here so I know exactly what I'm talking about. Turn this off. Oh, Ultra Studio. Not ultrasound. Ultra Studio. That was probably autocorrect there. And I mean, honestly, it's straightforward. I mean, if you want to connect it, it's just, get my cup out of here so I don't knock that over. It's pretty, why is my comments not going away? No. Hold on. My comments are acting up here. All right, hold on, let's change that to 3. There we go. All right, so for the Ultra Studio, so you're talking about something like this here. Honestly, you should just be able to connect it over a HDMI mini or micro, whatever is coming out of your camera, and then just plug it into there, and then it's a Thunderbolt into your Mac. That's should be straightforward. If you're having any issues with that, it might be something related to, can your Canon support it? It doesn't give you a clean HDMI out. Need to know what model you have to give any more details on that. Let's see. Let's see, page number 4. Looking for some questions here, so y'all can start firing away some questions. Bleesma, first off, no, in this I am not. Oh, let me switch back to my camera here. No, I am not using OBS for this. I am using vMix for this so that I can pull up my chat and everything like that. Just because I literally just got in here 30 minutes ago, I don't have time to kind of run through everything because I don't have everything set up so that I can do that. So I have to do that on another video. Sorry about that. Let's see. And your second part of your other question is, am I doing this chat? This is an app called vMix Social that will pull from your Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and IRC chats and can put them on the screen. I'm picking which ones can show up. During the beginning, I have it automatically triggered. Once somebody sends a comment, it shows up. M&S Mobile Notary. Congratulations, you have the A10 Mini Pro, but you only have one camera. Can I still use it? Yes. That's how I have Lebanon. Lebanon only has one camera and they have one computer. That's it. It doesn't matter the amount. Honestly, if you have the ATEM, I think it's good for you to use it because it gets you to understand the mindset of multi-camera setup and how switching works and everything like that. That's why I think. But yes, you can use it with one camera. I've done that multiple times for other churches as well. Let's see. I don't know what page I'm on. It's page 5, page 4. Trying to see the questions here. Page 4, page 3. Again, hello to everybody who just joined. Marcus Williams asking who created the music, or is it licensed? Are you talking about the music that I was playing before? If it was, let me bring this up. If you wanted to know, that music is by Epidemic Sound. I actually have a license with them for all their music, and it covers this, so I don't have to worry about that. That's what I got for that. And I normally have a link in the description, like an affiliate link to them. If I don't, I have to make sure I add that. Y'all want to know, I don't know if these questions are to me or not, but the time zone, and I'm in Eastern right now. Hello from Uganda. Hello. Eastern. Oh, that was a question to everybody. Let's see. Page 3, page 2. Yes, Chris, I do need to rest, but I wish. I had choir rehearsal yesterday, and I got to play Sunday, and I got a bunch of stuff going on. We got 4 church installs next week. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I didn't even realize that it's Thanksgiving Thursday, so I can't even go back to Lebanon Thursday to finish up. That's going to be the following Monday to do that. The man, yes, I had a very, very busy week. Very productive week. So hello everybody. Trying to go to our next question. Josh said he had to stream his first 24-hour broadcast, and I have to stream 2 services this weekend. Well, more power to you. Yeah, it's and I know I'm catching up on the comments that I just said, but we have to make sure the goal, if you are using YouTube in any way, is to really ask and encourage people to subscribe to your channel. You just got to help you move forward. Shane, I'll be honest with you. It's like once the snowball effect hits, it goes a lot faster. And it's all about the content. And it's not necessarily the message. It's the content. So yes, the message is important. That's the whole point of everything we're doing. But it's how it's being delivered. How is it answering any questions? That's what this really is all about. And that's what I try and teach, that it's not just about posting. It's not just about beating it by numbers, by putting more videos up. I mean, granted, the more videos you put up, you have the more potential. But if you're answering questions that are relevant to what people are looking for, then that's how you do it. And you know what? Let me just take a second to cut over and let's talk about that. We've done this before, and I want to show you how this whole thing works. So let's go to YouTube here, and let's say we're looking at how to run a business. Now, as you see, all of this stuff that is typing up right now, this is what people are searching for right now. These are the questions that people are trying to answer right now. So how to run a business, how to run a business successfully on Instagram, GTA 5, Instagram account, blah, 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 blah. So no matter what your topic is that your pastor is doing, whether they want to do it or you as the media need to do this, and honestly, this isn't just about church. This is just YouTube in general. These are just YouTube tips, how to use this. Whatever content that you're trying to do it in a how-to, do it in a form of a question, and then search. And then these are what people are looking for. These are some of the tags that you want to put in your video so that whatever video that you have is going to come up. So like, for example, let me show you my secret. How to live stream church service. So you see how few content people are looking for, which is good because it's concentrated. So if we maybe if I spell service right, that's why it was so short, because I spelled service wrong. But we do this. Let's go ahead and click enter, and let's see. Boom, I'm number 3. Let's see what else. And a lot more have started to come up. There's 4, that's me. 5, 6, hey, what's what we're doing right now. 7, 8, 9, 10. The idea is you put these tags inside of your video stuff, and then that's how you stack up in your search. That's what you need to do. That's how you can get more attention, more relevant content for people to find you. But then you need to make sure that the content actually answers their question, and you're just not stacking it in your favor and you're putting out a whole bunch of junk content. So, hey, there was your YouTube tip for today that you didn't even ask for. Let's see who else joined here. Blessings, hello. Anthony wants to know how the Thor works. I'm assuming that you're talking about the Thor broadcasting device, petite RF modulator. All right, so the way this works is you got this awesome little device here. It's going to take in the signal from your whatever output device you want to use. So for me, it was our ATEM Television Studio HD, or it could be the ATEM Mini. It could be anything. It could be just a direct camera if you want to. And it just comes in, and then it will convert it into regular RG6, RG59, aka coax cable that you use for the antenna or whatever that's running inside your building, your house. You run that everywhere through the same stuff you already possibly have at your house, your church, whatever, and it just shows up in a channel on the TV that you set it to. Like at mine, our old system used channel 40, so since it's a digital channel, it shows up as channel 40.1, and it sends 1080p HD over the coax without having to run cables already. We just put that in there, and it used the existing stuff that we already had. And that made it so much easier instead of trying to run cables, kind of like what I'm doing at Lebanon and some other places. Aaron, hello. Let's see. Page 2, page 1. All right. Leroy here. And I guess I should I can't read my screen up here because it's backwards. Hold on, let me bring up my other monitor so I can actually read this here. Marcus Williams, sorry about that. Yes, for the intro music, let me jump over to this real quick. My intro music I bought from audiojungle.net, just that song, and I do have the license for that. So it was a one-off song. Back to Leroy's question. I connected the ATEM Mini Pro with OBS on my laptop. I connected the Ethernet to my laptop. Should I also connect the Ethernet to the ATEM as well, since it buffers very slow. It all depends. Where are you streaming from? If you're not using the AJay Mini Pro to live stream, then you don't really need the Ethernet. I would use it anyway. Like even right now, I have mine connected over Ethernet right now, but I'm not using this to stream. I'm using my streaming computer that's over there to live stream. What this allows me to do is to connect to the ATEM from any computer that's not connected over USB. That's up to you. That's your choice. If you have USB connected, then you don't really need it. If you're not streaming from the ATEM directly, then the Ethernet is not needed. If you're getting buffering, it most likely is because of your laptop just having a connection issue, mainly if it's buffering. Might not have enough upload or whatever for that. But if you have the AJay Mini Pro, unless you're doing a whole bunch of effects and stuff like that, like I do with this, then stream from the ATEM directly, and then you don't need to put all that strain on your laptop. So hopefully that helps. Miranda is saying, I tested the speaker VB cable at Zoom and can heard in OBS, but when I speak, the voice can't be heard in OBS. How can it be fixed? You need to also set your audio, your input audio needs to be set to monitor as well, so it sends that through the cable as well. So if I was to go over here to OBS, and we're going to have a loop of a loop on here. Well, actually, if I turn my regular camera on, and give me a second to do this. All right, so over here in OBS, if you want to capture your audio, you first off, as you can see, I have my webcam up and it's capturing all of my sound inside of here. What you need to do is make sure that you are outputting your sound from your webcam or whatever device that you want to send audio through. Everything that has audio, you need to send it that way. And then in your settings, under audio, you want to set your monitoring device to the VB cable, which I do not have installed on this computer. But you would set it to VB cable, and then now it will send everything, all sound, through that. And then in Zoom, you pick the VB audio cable, and then you'll hear everything, including yourself. So you just got to make sure you have everything that has audio, has it set to monitor and output. Set the output monitoring device to the VB cable, and then it sends everything that way. So hopefully that answers your question. Josh the man, at our church we normally overlay our logo at the top right corner with our website link in the top left. Do you think it looks busy, distracting, or is it a good option? Honestly, the good thing about this is we determine what is. It's kind of like the book I was suggested a long time ago, The Power of Habit, where you're developing a new habit for folks. Now, what I like to do is watch TV and get an idea from that. I'm normally, make sure I don't have this backwards. Like normally right here, it will be a bug, an image, a logo, something right here. Then you have lower thirds that are here at the bottom. Honestly, I would say watch, I don't watch sports, but watch them and see how they lay them out. You can mimic that, and it all depends on, I wouldn't consider it busy unless it's taking up, it's distracting. But that's what I would suggest. So it's kind of hard to say, hey, do it this way, do it that way, because I mean, honestly, you can set it whichever way you want to, because this is your television network. You can do whatever you want on your content for your church, for your ministry. So it's up to you. Yes, MNS Mobile Notary. Do not forget about our bi-weekly Zoom call. That is this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Yes, awesome times here. And don't forget the Facebook group to join that. Modern media ministry made easy, or is this all the time? And I'm trying to make sure I'm lined up so I'm inside this gap. That's the reason why I picked this graphic, so you can still see through there. Would love to have you in there in the group. R.C. Williams, what do you recommend for the beginner streamer for the equipment to use? Honestly, I would, if you really wanted to start, I started with the Logitech C920 webcam and my computer. That was it. And then as time has gone on, that's where you see all this stuff that I've gotten to, because it's gotten to the point where I notice, oh, I need better sound. I need this. For a beginner, if you got the budget for it, easiest thing, get yourself an A10 Mini Pro. Then you can plug everything into that, your mic, and then you don't have to worry about your computer to handle the load of being able to stream. As long as you have a hardwired connection, your A10 Mini Pro will be able to handle that. You can plug your mics in, your PlayStation, whatever, cameras, any type of camera, as long as it has a clean HDMI out, that'll be a good start. So yes, that's a $600 drop, but anything before that, I would say just start with your smartphone or a webcam. That would be a good beginner level. As Josh says, repeats, everybody's welcome, just no live streams. Exactly. And that's from Edna Mode from The Incredibles, where she says no capes. I say no streams. Don't live stream in there, because you will get kicked out with the quickness, because that group is for teaching one another everything. We don't put streams on there because the idea is, if you want to do a stream on there, make it like 30 to 60 seconds, because we're trying to learn something. Say, hey, I'm having audio issues. Here's an example of it. Don't put your 2-hour service in that group with just sharing. You don't put no content, no question, no nothing. That's spam. You get kicked out and you get banned from the group. Yes, say it's tough. Yes, I run it with an iron fist, because it's about us trying to learn from each other, not to spam. I'm assuming if you join that group that you're already saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost and all this other stuff. I don't need to hear your sermon. We're trying to make people learn all the technology so that we can deliver the sermon to everyone else. All right. That's the reason why. Shane, any thoughts on managing volunteers? Oh Lord, I need this myself. I had a professional who volunteered to pre-record the sermon, professional in quotes, re-record the sermon for this Sunday's premiere, but the video is not to my standards. Shane, I have two things about this, and I have to learn this myself, that no one is really going to meet my standards. Now, I'll put it this way. There are standards, and then there are standards. As in standards, as in, hey, the sound looks good, the video is good, it's not distracting, stuff like that. That's one standard that I like to do. Now, the other standards that I know I even deal with myself is, I'm a musician. So I have people at my church to where I'm like, hey, can you cut the music? They cut the music. They just kill it. And I'm just like, no, fade it out or something. I mean, some people just don't understand that. I would say set the standard to where it's something to where the concepts and the principles are done, but give people the freedom to have their own type of style and how they're doing it. Now, if it's, to be blunt, if the video is crap and it's horrible, it sounds bad, it looks bad, then that's when you need to take some executive privilege and just be like, hey, look, like when I'm training people to do, when we were doing video announcements, I would make the video announcements and ask people to make it alongside. And my standard was, it starts, the intro is the same, the outro is the same. But in between, you can do whatever you want to, and then I just do it side by side, and then we do a comparison of like, not who's better, but I'm like, hey, this is what the standard we've been doing. Now let's put yours up to this, and not in a judgmental type of way, play both of them and ask them, whoever made them, like, what do you think about this? What can be improved on the original? What can be improved on yours? What strengths are on yours compared to the weaknesses of other, and vice versa? That way it doesn't seem like you're beating them down. Because, I mean, honestly, the fact that you got somebody volunteering to do that, that's gold. I like to say it's easier to steer a moving car than a parked one. So as long as you got somebody just giving you some effort and wants to actually do something that's good, you can steer them in the direction that you need. Kind of like Eugene, my intern. I'm helping him with some stuff. Like in one of my videos I didn't show, when we did that time lapse when we were setting the ladder up, I was trying to help him do something, and he didn't listen to what I was saying, and the ladder smacked me in my face, and I got real quiet real quick because I didn't want the Marine Corps version of me to come out, and I was in church, so I had to keep my mouth shut. You know, you just got to give people freedom to grow, and the fact that they were like, oh, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but yeah, just give them the freedom to grow, set the standards on the level of video, audio quality, but then give them the creative freedom to work inside of that, and at least you can steer them in a direction if it's really off base or something like that. What's an alternative to YouTube besides Facebook? Well, you got Twitch, you got Vimeo, you got Daily Motion. There's a few of them. I mean, you can do, I think Restream now lets you just stream to them directly, but you have to, nobody's going to Restream. They'll give you like a player that you can put on your own website, something like that maybe would be an alternative. Uncallum 2006. I have one camera through the A10 Mini. Can I have different graphics live streaming than projecting in the church? I use Worship Extreme, and I use the Stream Deck to control scenes transitions on live. With the A10 Mini, no, you can't have two separate things unless you have the A10 Mini going one direction. You have the paid version of Worship Extreme to where you can send one feed to your live stream. Let me pull this back so I can be in shot. You would need to have Worship Extreme have one output go to your ATEM that will give you one thing, and then another output with the new update that allows for different outputs to go to inside the sanctuary, and then you're still going to be showing the same thing. It might be in a different format. If you need something to show completely different, you either need to, I'm really not aware of anything like that, maybe ProPresenter, but yeah, I'm not sure. The only way you will really need to get to something like that is when you start moving to like maybe the ATEM Television Studio HD that can give you something completely different. Like I can say, hey, pick camera number 1, let that always go to this monitor that's connected to the aux out, compared to something like that. The ATEM Mini and the Mini line does not support anything like that. Blessings would like to know, what software do you use for church display, like for verses and songs? I use Worship Extreme because it's free. At my church, we also use, I recommend Worship Extreme because it's free and it's easy to get started with. At my church, we use ProPresenter 7 because we didn't know nothing about Worship Extreme at the time. And then we were actually on ProPresenter 6, and then we upgraded. I wanted to move to Worship Extreme, but everybody's already learned ProPresenter, so they didn't want to learn something new. So that's why we're sticking with ProPresenter, but I always recommend Worship Extreme. Jeff just read a little bit about Res. Are you familiar with it? And if so, what do you think about it for those with iffy internet? Honestly, I am not familiar with that. Need to give me some more details on that. Leroy, how can you insert a video on your streaming while on the ATEM Mini Pro when it basically only does pictures? You hook up a computer to it, and then you, like we were just talking about Worship Extreme or something like that, you would hook that up and just play it. So like, for example, if in my setup right here, my computer is connected to an input, and let me find some footage here that I can use as an example. I have no idea what this is. Okay. So like right now, I'm playing something on my second feed, and my second input into the ATEM Mini. So if I switch over, this is actually a video being played inside of a media player. But if you connect it to your computer like this, to your ATEM Mini, that's all you see. It's like a playing video. That's how I would do it. Or you use presentation software like Worship Extreme, the things we were just talking about, and you would play the video that way. That's how I would do video. Well, is how I do video when we do a church. When we do our video announcements, we play them through ProPresenter, which is full screen on input number 2, which is sent to the ATEM. Jamie, hello. How to take of the additional settings from a DSLR camera to use it with the capture card? I'm not understanding your question. Yeah, maybe I need to come back to that one. I'm not understanding your question. Sorry about that. Lane, what do you think of the new Mac Mini M1? Honestly, I've had a couple of people ask me about it. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, so I really don't have an opinion on it right now. I've had like 3 people, like in the last 24 hours, ask me about it. I just haven't had a chance to look it up. So sorry about that. LED screen or projector? If you have the money for it, I would go for an LED screen. That's just me personally. Even though right now I'm trying to get my church to get some new laser projectors, LED screens with how we have our stuff set up technically could work, but I don't want to gut a whole lot of things. So if we went with screens, we would have to take down the projector screens that we have, and then it's like, man, we paid for something we don't need. Then we pull down the projectors. But in my case, projector. Ideally, if I had my way, LED screen. Anthony, okay, I got you. You're gonna email me, sure thing. PCI, I don't even want to come bear to you. I'm sorry, sorry about that. But what should be the bit rate set in OBS for smooth streaming? Well, it's not necessarily the bit rate for smooth streaming. All of that is combined with your hardware, your upload speed, and your bit rate. All of those work together. So like right now, my computer, I could set right now, my bit rate on my computer over here is set to 2500 kilobits per second, which is super, super low. My system can actually handle 15,000 kilobits per second. That's what the hardware can handle, but my upload speed can't handle that. So that's the reason why I have mine at 2500, because my internet, Comcast, has my upload speed at 10 to 15. So technically, could I go to 10,000? Yeah, I could, but I know my upload speed. It's not going to be consistent. Are you serious? Why are you calling me? I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, and it's still coming through. And it's some daggone spam number. Like, who calls you from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Ugh. Let me turn this off. My phone's locked. That kind of messed me up. Anyway, yeah, so it's a combination of those. So my upload speed is like 10 to 15 megabits upload speed, but my computer can handle that, but my upload speed is not consistent like that. Because even while I'm doing this stream at 2500, I've gotten messages right now saying that, oh, the connection has dropped. So even though your max, I cut that by half, and then sometimes in my case, I cut my max upload speed to a third, and that's what I set my stream at. So, but still, my stuff is smooth right now, because you also need to make sure, can your computer handle what you're doing? Can it handle that bit rate 60 times a second? Because that's what I'm streaming at 1080p at 60 frames a second, at 30 frames a second. Can it handle that bit rate every that many times per second for the duration of your live stream? And can your internet upload speed handle that? Can it consistently give you the speed that you need to maintain that? That's what all that is combined to do. So it's kind of hard for me to say that those other things are prerequisites to make sure that works. Blessings is saying that they used a new EOS utility webcam for video. Well, see, that's something different. And I've actually had to work with somebody with this. That program circumvents using an ATEM because it's using the USB out to bring that into the computer. So you don't need to use both of those at the same time. They actually, and the people I've helped with that, they actually conflict with each other. So I would see, can you try it without that, is what I personally would think. Diana wants to know, is there a way, and I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Diana wants to know, is there a way to fade the picture in picture? Let's see. Let's turn this off. It's most likely going to be in the software, and no, I don't think it is. At least not in here. I don't think it is, unfortunately. The only thing you could do is maybe tie it to a transition or something like that. But yeah, currently I don't know of a way to do that. Anthony would like to know, how did I make the new graphics? It was a different package from elements.envato or from VideoHive. That's where I did it. And they're all made in After Effects. That's where I did those from. All right, Mike, excellent. He said he's working on a Touch Portal ATEM Mini plugin. Awesome. Let us know when that is done. Michael wants to know, when is my next video? It's probably going to be, if I can muster up the strength and don't fall asleep when this is over, I'm going to do a video talking about more expanded on the changes to the YouTube terms of service for your ministry. We're going to be talking about that. I need to start working on, somebody asked me, I didn't do a vlog video of when I did the wedding. So I'm going to sit down and show the video layout of what equipment I used for that wedding, for that virtual wedding. Also going to start on some vMix tutorials. What else we got? I am building a gaming PC for a friend for his son and for Christmas. So we're going to be doing the build with that, and I'm going to have one of the kids from my church. He's always asking me questions, so I'm actually going to have him featured on here, and I'm going to have him build a computer for this other kid. So just to show you how easy it is, because if a 12-year-old can build it, y'all can build it too. That's coming up. Got to wait for the parts to come in. We're going to be doing pretty much vlog videos for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which are the installs that we're doing at churches. So that's what we got so far. Team RHO, no, I have not. Need to give an example. Are you talking about with the ATEM or what, any particular type of hardware or something like that? I'm working on that. I am working on that. Ronald, good morning. What would be the problem if Facebook showed it was live but would not show live? I recorded and could be recorded and could be reviewed later. I'm not 100% sure. I have not seen that, so I'm not aware of what that could possibly be. I mean, the first thing that came to mind is maybe it's blocking something, music or something like that, because they will shut your stuff down. But yeah, I need some more details on that. But I personally have not seen that. Sean, have you looked at the AJay Mini Pro ISO? If I were trying to set your grocery list, would you go with Pro or Pro ISO? $300 difference. It all depends what you're using it for. If I start doing more multi-camera sporting events, I would go with the ISO, because the ISO would record every single independent stream. In my setup, I currently don't need that. But that would be the only reason why I would do that difference, as well as it would save time because it also produces a DaVinci Resolve file with all the edits. That would be cool. I like that. That would maybe cut down my time a little bit on this, but currently right now I don't need that. So for me, the Pro is still fine. But that may change in the future. Edward, thank you for the endorsement. Please join the Facebook group. I have just joined the group and have learned the most in 24 hours that I ever had. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yes, I am. Hoorah. Got out. I was a Lance Corporal stationed in 29 Palms, California as a communications technician. That's what my MOS was. Y'all should remember that. You never know when that might pop up again. Average time in render frames in OBS often drops. Can this be solved? That sounds like your computer can't keep up with it. Need to know what type of system you are using to live stream. It's most likely the processor or the GPU cannot handle running the computer and your stream at the same time. Do you feel that the streaming and editing has taken over your life? No, I haven't. It's because it's something, it's almost kind of like, for people to know, I've been a minister of music since I was 13. And I would answer this question the exact same way. Has music, playing the piano, and doing choir taken over my life? No, because it's a part of me, and that's what I do. So, I don't consider this a job. This is something I really enjoy doing. Thankfully, I earn income that is able to maintain my lifestyle and help me and my daughter and everything move forward, you know, in life. So I'm thankful about that. So no, I don't feel it's taken over. It's just a part of it that I really enjoy. David, yes, that is correct. Twitch is good. Just be mindful that they still have the same type of rules and regulations as well. Other thing is I like Vimeo, but again, Vimeo, actually my license is getting ready to go up and I got to renew that here on December 11th with Vimeo. I like Vimeo because currently, as of right now, there isn't that many restrictions with them. It's just a cost, but it gives you the same abilities, but it gives you the ability of YouTube, Restream, and a bunch of other things at the same time, all combined for $75 a month. It's a big pill to swallow because it's $900 to $1,000 a year, but my church has been using that, and well, I'm letting them use my account for streaming, and it works great. Joe, if you have your OBS set up to dual stream, what is the process to be able to have your setup transferred to a new computer from an old? Joe, you sent me an email about this. I told you. Let me show you how you do this. First off, to do all of that, you're going to have to copy all of that over. So when you're using the dual stream plugin stuff, that stuff does not copy over. You need to set that up. But in OBS, if you were trying to move everything over, you would do something like this. So the first thing, let me move this over here. First thing you need to do is come over here to your profile. Your profile saves everything, all your settings inside of the application. So you would just set that and then export it. And then I'll say this one was AJay the CEO. Path doesn't exist. Oh, select folder. All right, so we export it there. And then export that one. Then export that one. Then export that one. So these are just your profiles. These are all the settings. And then your scene collections, you'll need to do the same thing. And then you just have to take over this entire folder. Oop, wrong one. That's the OBS complete bundle. Take this, copy it over to your new computer, and then you need to import all of this. Now for your plugin stuff, you're going to have to do that part again. It's only for the plugin because your profile actually would keep all of your credentials for the main place that you're streaming. The secondary one, you would have to manually put that one in, I believe. But that's about it. I'm sorry, I pronounced your name wrong. Amasia Jones, hopefully that's it. I picked up one of those HDMI capture cards, plugged it in my computer, no sound. Should I plug it into a USB hub? No. What you need to do, make sure you've done this if you're getting no sound. If we cut back over here, what you need to do, you need to go on your capture device that you have, double click on it, go scroll down, and it has audio output mode. Check off use custom audio devices. Yeah, so you won't get that. And set it to whatever your device is. So it's like webcam. So now you can see I'm capturing way too much audio right now. Let me turn these off. That's why I had that big feedback. Sorry about that. But as you can see, now I'm capturing audio from the capture device, which happens to be my webcam for right now. That's what you need to do. Alrighty. Hopefully that helps you there. Silver Pictures, hello. I would like to know how to install new Bible versions in Easy Worship 6. Mine just loads and doesn't install. I'm going to have to come back to you on that one because I do not have Easy Worship on here. So I'm going to have to do that on another video. So let me make a note for this one. And maybe this will be one of my one-shot videos. Yeah, let's do that. YouTube one-shot video. That'll be ones that I just do an answer just to that question because I'm going to have to come back to that one. All right. Normal TV Nerd, hello. Back to Sean. What is the least amount of monitors or even computers needed to run the setup you have at your church? Or are all the monitors and programs running on one CPU? At my church, they could all run on one with a minimum of 3 monitors. So one would be the main monitor that you would see that the operator is using. The second monitor would be the output for whatever presentation software that you're using. And then, well, actually, don't really need to do that. You could have one monitor be for when you're operating. Number 2 would be the one that you can view the OBS stream or something like that. Then monitor number 3 would be the one that goes to your TVs or monitors, projectors, something like that. And as long as the system is fast enough, yes, you could do that. I personally don't do that because if that one system fails, you miss out on everything. My stuff at church is separated into 3 systems. One that does all the live streaming. Actually, I'll just show you. Let's cut back over here. So my church, we have 3 systems. We have the live streaming one, our presentation one, and our switcher, which controls our cameras. That's how we have our stuff set up. So all of these systems are Ryzen 5 1600s with 16 gigs of memory and either a GTX 1050 GPU or higher. So technically, if anything happened to any one of these systems, all of them could do the same job. If one of them failed, we could add that other task onto the computer, but I have them separated on purpose. I don't want to put them all on the same system because we've done that before, and when it goes down, we lose everything. Josh would like to know, in vMix Social, do you have to refresh comments or will it do it automatically? Yes, it does it automatically, and you can set the number. I have mine set to reset every 15 seconds, so it refreshes. So let me show you what I'm actually seeing here. So this is the output from vMix Social. So I click on the name, and I click on this, and then it shows do I want to send this to the screen? So if I did this to the screen, now that's what sends it and makes it pop up on the screen. And when I was going through saying what page I'm on, that's what this is down here, to see where I'm at. And that's pretty much what it is, but it refreshes itself based off of what I have the app set to. Hope that answers your question there. Video Streams would like to know, what is your thoughts on the X-Vive microphone wireless system? Honestly, I have no input on that because I have never heard of it. And I have to look into that. Excuse me. So let me copy that down and add that to my notes. And I don't know if Chuck Taylor is on here or not, but I was asked to contact Roland to get asked for a review sample of their latest switcher. I have not heard back from them. So, hey, unless I'm in a job where I need this stuff, I really don't have access to a lot of this hardware stuff yet. Thankfully, I've had a lot of companies send me some stuff, but I haven't had anything new sent. But I know that's going to change in December or in the new year as we start refreshing stuff again. Let's see. Page number 1. Okay. Have thought about moving to Comcast Gig. It will improve your upload speed. Goes to 40. Honestly, in my honest opinion, I think that's straight track. Who is blowing my phone up? I had my phone at Do Not Disturb, and I still got people calling, so sorry. What I was saying is, honestly, I think that's trash, to be quite honest. Not your thought, but I just think that what Comcast is offering is trash. Because I had, with Verizon Fios for $79 a month when I was at a house, I had 1,000 up and 1,000 down. And it was the same speed, and it was awesome. So to have 1,000 download and 40 up is just horrible. I mean, they could do it, they just choose not to. But if that's the only option you got, then yeah, I mean, I say go for it. Back to Jeff here. It's called Resi. It's a live stream platform that uses RSP, Resilient Streaming Protocol, which uses a short delay that transmits to the cloud before your viewers see it. No, I have not heard of that, but I need to look that one up as well too. So let's go ahead and copy that and put this in my notes so we can follow up with that. So like I said, folks, if you haven't, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification. That way you get notified when we come out with other videos like this or any new stuff. We got a lot of awesome things that are coming down the pipe. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to pose a question to y'all. I need some input on this one. I told y'all that I promised to do giveaways every time we hit a new milestone. We're 40,000, that's not a big deal. 50 is going to be serious, as well as 100,000. So don't go crazy. All right, don't go crazy. But give me some suggestions on what y'all think should be some good ideas for a giveaway. If I had to put a monetary value to it, I would say stay under $500. Unless it's a computer, that would be different. But I kind of want to get away from just doing computers. But I mean, unless y'all want to, I'll work on that. But let me know what y'all think about doing for a 50,000 subscriber giveaway, as well as 100,000. Let me know in the chat. Now, where did I leave off at? All right, Josh was saying, I've also been trying to find the brand of our modulator, but now I found it. It was a ZV HD modulator. That's the actual one I was looking at getting at first, but then I found this one, and it's working fine. Jamie would like to know what happened to the Rosentosh. It's right over there. It's still there. I haven't turned it on in a minute because I've just been so busy. Most of the time I turn the system on to video edit, then open that door, take a head first dive into the bed, and then go to sleep. That's what I normally do, but it's still live here and kicking. I took a stick of memory out of it to test the system that's on the floor behind me. But yeah, it's still doing great. Probably need to do an update to see if I get Big Sur or whatever it's called on it. Normal TV nerd. My church has finally given me a budget. It's a small one. I want to know, besides the capture card, cam, PC, and 2 monitors, what should be needed? Well, it all depends on what you got with the PC. I would say make sure you, well, is the computer going to be, well, I'm assuming that the computer is going to be doing your live stream. What's the spec of the system that you're looking at? Hello, Ty. Let's see, page number 1. Where do you like to order PC parts from? Mainly Newegg, because they're close to me. If I have free time, I have a micro center that's 2 hours away that literally has everything there. It's just a hassle to drive to Northern Virginia, fight the traffic, which really shouldn't be a lot, but that's what I like to do because I can just drive up there. I mean, granted, it takes 4 hours, but that's way faster than shipping, and it takes 7 days for it come to me. But normally Newegg. If they don't have it, then I look at Amazon, but mainly it's Newegg where I get my computer parts from. Pat, recently after I uploaded to Facebook my video, I received a message saying my video cannot be uploaded. Can you please point me to the setting for DaVinci Resolve rendering settings for Facebook? Well, honestly, it's not necessarily a Facebook setting. What I always do with mine, I just pick YouTube. Honestly, YouTube and Vimeo have the exact same setting. In DaVinci Resolve, I always do my stuff in YouTube settings at either 1080p, 60, or whatever frame rate that I'm recording, or at 4K. I always use that setting when I'm rendering my stuff. And I've never had any problems uploading anything to YouTube or Facebook, excuse me, Facebook. Let's see. Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Want to know, how do you join the Facebook group? Well, what you do is you go ahead to this link, bit.ly/MMMEFB, or you can just go to Facebook and just search for Modern Media Ministry Made Easy, answer all the questions, and you automatically get in. The first question is, are you a part of media ministry? Are you currently live streaming? Do you agree to the rules? Which the number one rule is, like Josh said, no live streaming inside the group, and don't tag me and stuff, even though people do it anyway. Really don't harm, doesn't bother me for that. Just let people know I am in the United States on the East Coast. So if you send me a message at 1:50 a.m., I'm not going to respond because I'm asleep. Don't send me 15 messages asking me how come I haven't responded, because I'm asleep. But anyway, that's how you join that. Let's see. Ty, with the free version, no, it doesn't. But I always use, I don't know what songs you're using or if you're using the hymnal. I use hymnary.org and I just copy and paste, and that's how we brought our stuff in from there. Hey, you are welcome. I'm actually dabbling with DaVinci Resolve 17. The main thing is, since I bought my camera, the Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, it came with the studio version, and I don't want to install 17 on top of it. I installed 17 on this other system, and it can't do certain things that I need to work with. So that's why I'm going to install it on my other system and maybe play with it. But I will let you know when I do another video about that. I do like some of the features that are on it. It's really cool, that I'm really looking forward to when it gets out of beta, because I get I'm able to upgrade to studio version since I have that perpetual license for the studio version. Let's see. All right, PCI is giving me the specs of the system. First off, your system is way too slow. The i3 is not fast enough for your live stream. Nowhere close. You need to, if you're going to stick with Intel, you need at least an i7 or maybe an i5 with a dedicated graphics card. And since this is a laptop, you need to have an i7. And some form of the i7 should be fast enough to use the processor. You really need to do it on a GPU, and Windows minimum uses 8 gigabytes of memory just to run it. So you really need 16. Yeah, honestly, that system is going to be way under spec. You barely would be able to probably do 720p with that system, unfortunately. Let's see. Aaron, honestly, I would use Worship Extreme and then just use the NDI scan converter, and it would turn anything into NDI. If you don't want it separately, there are very few cheap ones. I mean, all of them, you're talking about $299 and up, unfortunately. Abraham, I want to know about the stinger transitions in OBS. Help me out. I can't do it right now. I actually used those for when I was doing Formation Sports for live streaming games. All that got wiped out when I sold that computer. I need to rebuild that. So when I rebuild it, make sure you have notifications on and you will see that. So, but I can't do it right now. So sorry about that. Let's see. Zion Watch Baptist Church. Hi, AJ from El Dorado, Arkansas, or Arkansas, whichever. I don't know which way you announce it, so I'll just say it in both. What is the best settings to use in OBS for the encoder settings of hardware or software? We have an i7. Well, it depends on which i7, and if you have a graphics card. If you have hardware, you might have a embedded graphics card in that chip. I'm not 100% sure. I need to know the model number. But again, honestly, the best settings is just run the wizard with that, and it will detect what you can do. The max, especially for your kilobits, I would drop it by half. Whatever. So if I run it right now on my system, it would say 10,000. So I would do mine at 5,000. That would just be me. That would be the easiest thing for you to do. Kita, how was the wedding you had to do? It was good. The Lenovo had a couple of issues, but I think that was because I was using OBS and then Zoom to do it. I had a little stutter in the editing where the video and audio got off, but I think that's because I just put a little bit too much on it. But it went well. I didn't have any complaints. I had a lot of people complaining because I did this. I had like a graphic in the background, and then I had like a picture in picture. And they're like, when are you going to make the video, the wedding full screen? I said, it hasn't started yet. It will be full screen. So besides that, it was good. I didn't hear no complaints about audio, sound, nothing. I had a shotgun mic on my camera to capture everybody. I had my Rode Wireless Go on the minister. And when they started, I transitioned, dropped the audio from the shotgun over to the wireless, and everything sounded good. Sent the edited video to the couple, got paid, haven't heard nothing bad about it, so I think we're good. But thank you for asking. Edward. I am the media and music director of my church, and we are planning my trial message. But I have to preach, play, and run the live stream and no volunteers. Do you have any tips so that I won't go crazy? Hey, I do that all the time. When you have to multitask and stuff like that, I would say from a streaming standpoint, invest in the mobile version. I don't know what you're using. I'm assuming that you're using OBS or something like that. If you're using OBS, invest in the mobile version of the Stream Deck so that way you can control everything on your phone if need be. If you have multiple cameras, I would put the cameras in a stationary position so they don't have to be moved, a wide shot of the pulpit, something like that, so you don't have to worry about it. And then I just have access, like I pulled that up on my iPad or something like that on the music stand so that I can change stuff if I need to. You want to have as few moving parts as possible so that if you have to do everything, it's within reach. That's my suggestion, and I just pray your strength because I've done that many a time. Blessings. No, I do not have an iPhone. I have an Android, but I have my company number is Google Voice, so I don't give out my main number. I give out that number for business. So I don't know what's going on with that. Probably just, it's been junk so far. Sean was saying, you said in your previous video that Tesla is not a giveaway option. No, not now. Hey, get to the point where we're bringing in maybe $100,000 a month. You never know. I'd love to give somebody a Tesla, but I need to have one first. And then we need to have the channel and the income get to that point to do that. But hey, I mean, do you understand how exciting that would be to be able to show up at somebody's church and then bless hey, you know what? We've heard so much. You've been nominated the media ministry person of the month or something like that. And I just want to bless you here. And hey, we got a e-missionary branded Tesla Model 3 for you. There you go. Man, do you understand how excited I would be to give something like that away, and how exciting I know it will probably be to do a video to be able to do something like that? Hey, you got to dream big. So that's awesome. Josh is suggesting maybe you should do it in bundles: camera, computer subscription to vMix, etc., and give a smaller version of the bundle to a runner-up. Okay, that's a possible idea. E-Missionary shirts just came for our media team. We'll post a video with, okay, awesome, thank you. Josh, I don't know. It seems like, I mean, you're like the fifth person that said that. Maybe it's something that's going on. I know Facebook has something with the Senate and committee, and they might be getting in trouble for how they've been doing some stuff. So I don't know. There's so much stuff that's changing that, yeah, it's kind of hard. Michael would like to know, at least for an audio interface, I am using the Evo 4. You could also look at the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Those are good ones as well too. David giving some feedback here. He said he saw Resi on some questions. They are a very good streaming provider for churches, but they are also a bit pricey. Resi is known for adapting very well to networks and uplinks that have challenges. Awesome. Thank you for that. Ty is suggesting maybe for the 50K giveaway, you could provide free training course software based, like using Restream or Worship, something like that. Okay, consider that. Back to normal TV, nerd. Radeon HD 8650 graphics and 8 gigabytes of memory. Honestly, I would say recommend at least try to upgrade to maybe the Radeon RX 5300. That's the lowest new version of the graphics card. It should be right at maybe $110, $150, and double your memory. And I think you should be good. Brother Art, Streets of Destiny, hello. Using OBS with 2 scenes, picture in picture, and scene, then 1 fade to scene 2. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Am I doing any tweaks to the road? No, all of this is being done through the Evo 4, through that intelligent gain and stuff. So I haven't touched anything. What is the reason for dropping frames due to rendering issues? Your computer is not fast enough to keep up with it. That's what that mainly means. Aaron, this is a good laptop for broadcasting in 720p, 1500 and recording in 1080p at 3000. Nitro Gaming, Intel i5. Yeah, see, and that's a good system because all of the rendering is being done on the GTX 1650. That's what I'm using in this system to render this stuff. So yeah. Well, see, this is the whole thing. Like this, let me take a second, guys. Like, I take a lot of inspiration from how Mr. Beast does his stuff. He does a lot of great giveaways and just how he's doing stuff. I like that. And that's what, we talked about it previously in another video. The big dream for this channel is not just to teach, but to also give back. So I love, and Michael Farrer actually gave me the name. It's like Bless This House. The idea is we kind of do it like a HGTV fixer-upper, to where we just show up, have an insider, get everybody outside of the church, and then we come in and completely remodel the whole media ministry. That's one thing I love to do, or just show up randomly at a church and then bless them with brand new media equipment. You know, that's what I like to do with this outside of just teaching. That's really my passion about it, to be able to help out and then, you know, just blow people's minds, because it's like, if he owns the cattle on 1,000 hills, what's the matter with us being able to bless and help each other? That's what the reason why I give back what we do in these channels on every time we hit a milestone. But being able to give away big stuff like that to show that people can tangibly be blessed. It's not about materialistic, nothing like that, but it's like to blow people's minds. That's one of my passions of what I want to do. So, side note, anyway, Jeff was saying give away a monitor, either mobile or studio. We never include those in the budgets. Okay. Phoenix City SDA Church. How does NDI work? I tried, but not working with Proclaim to vMix. It's most likely a networking issue. You need to give, normally if you're on Windows, actually Mac does the same thing. When you engage NDI, it's asking for permissions to get through the firewall. Then after that, I mean, it just picks up. As long as you're on the same network, Wi-Fi, wired, it should show up. Schaefer's Rolling would like to say, would you suggest using the Ada Imaging HD NDI 200 Full HD with a 4mm HD lens for live streaming? Honestly, I have not used that lens. I still got the camera over there that I haven't set up in the permanent location that I want it to, because I'm thinking about switching this camera out with it. I don't know. I need to look into that lens to give you an answer. But I mean, it's a good camera. You just need, the only issue I would have with it if you used it for live streaming is if you know that it's a wide enough lens or focused on your subject matter, to do whatever you need, then yeah, it will work fine. I just don't know about that lens itself. What is the best way to do custom lower thirds? Honestly, get a presentation software and make them in that and send them over to your stream. That's the easiest way. If not, then you make them in like what I do with mine. I make mine in After Effects, but they're static. I can't make them change on the fly. You do it in presentation software like Worship Extreme or something like that, you can change them instantly. Design the background. You can get somebody from Fiverr to make one. You can buy it from graphicriver.net, another Envato site, something like that. How is the music night that you're planning at your church going? It's not going anywhere yet. I got a whole lot of musicians that are biting in, but I mean, just a lot of stuff has been happening. We've unfortunately had a lot of funerals and everything like that. And then with my schedule picking up, it's been hard for me to plan it because I'm rarely there. So, but everybody likes the idea. I just need to put it together. Hey, Ty, we actually just talked about that. The terms of service change means that ads are going to be on every video effective the 18th. And you can't control the ads. You can't control how many they are, what their subject matter is. Only when you get to 1,000 subscribers do you have any type of input or control over the advertising. Now, the other thing about that is if they put ads on your stuff, you don't get the benefit of, you don't get any profit sharing from that in any way, shape, or form. That's the part of the terms of service. So just be mindful. If you're using YouTube to live stream your church services, you might have a Ben Gay commercial that pops in or something like that, or politics. You have no control over it. Yeah, my answer is still the same in OBS. It would be make it, whether it be in Canva or like a program like a presentation software, and you would just capture that live and send it over to OBS. PowerPoint can do the same thing. That's what I would say. Hi, how can I stream live in OBS with low internet having render issues? I'm going crazy. Unfortunately, no, you can't really do anything like that. You could lower the video quality as long as the audio quality is fine. Most people will still watch, but if your internet is bad, I would honestly say don't live stream it, record it, then upload it later and do like a premiere to make it look like it's live. Because when you have a bad upload, you're gonna frustrate people to want to watch. And it's easier to slow down, do it this way and upload it than to try and force live streaming when either the system or your internet is not capable to sustain it. Blessings is saying, what is lower thirds? This is a lower third. This is a lower third. That's what those are. Just the graphics to where either you put scripture, you put a person's name, any type of information. That's what a lower third is. Because if you divide the screen by thirds, it's first third, second third, the lower third of the screen. That's what that means. Blessings wants to know, what is music nights? The idea was we were going to have the musicians at my church, me and the other musicians, just have an old-fashioned call-in radio show, but it was going to be live to where we don't have to worry about copyrights because there's nobody singing. It's just us playing our own interpretation of the song, which is covered by fair use. And we were going to have people chat with us and request different songs for 15 to 30 minutes. And they'll say, hey, can you play This Little Light of Mine? And then the band would play for 3 minutes, and we would just do that. Just a different way of doing different content for our church instead of it just being Sundays, the service. That's what's the thought. What I use for my lower thirds is a bundle that I got from Video Hive or Elements at Envato, and it was all done in After Effects. That's how I do mine. So I make mine before, then I bring it in, so I can't do anything live. vMix has a lower third engine built in, but I just haven't even sat down to try and use it because I've already made this stuff this way. That's why I do it. Let me jump back to one of these. Phoenix City SDA. The reason why your comment didn't come back is YouTube blocked it, but I just opened it up. Where's it at? Where's it at? How can I get more subscribers on my channel? First, you ask your people to subscribe. Because you'll be surprised, even in my church, they didn't know. They thought subscribing to a channel meant you had to pay for it. Like, I have YouTube members, they pay monthly to get benefits. Mainly the benefit is to help grow this channel, and I'm working to give some more stuff. Have private versions of this just for members and for Patreon supporters, which actually should be tomorrow when we're going to do our first one, working towards that, as long as my little girl will let me do it. But how you get more subscribers is you just have to make content that people want to look up. When this is done, rewind this video or go look at my YouTube growth strategies videos, and I talk about the same thing. YouTube is a search engine. People are looking for answers. People are not looking for your church's live stream. As nice as that, I mean, not that means to be mean. People are not looking for a live stream. They're looking for answers to questions. So you make content based on that. And if you make content that answers their question, you earn the subscribe from them. That's how this channel worked. All channels work that way. So you just need to create the content that people are looking for. And then as long as you answer their questions, that's where you earn the subscribe. That's honestly the easiest way to do that. Reggie would like to know, what's a good camera for a baptismal pool? I would say the Ada Imaging HD 100A is a good camera. This one right here, because you can put this up and out of the way, and it will work very well. I need to put one at my church, but they're already thinking they probably thinking I'm installing some more dilithium crystals in the USS Enterprise and the media booth. So I got to be slow with all the tech that I need to do. Plus, our ceilings are super high. So for me to run another cable like that, it would be massive. Actually, wait a minute. If I take the cable, yep, y'all made me start thinking about some stuff. So we'll see. Yes, you can do that in the ATEM directly if there are a static image. So for like example, let me see if I can do one here real quick to show you. If we cut over here to our ATEM, and normally they provide, when you install the ATEM stuff, they give you some sample stuff. Switchers, example graphics. Yeah, so I would say news, and here's some. So here's like a lower third. So what you would do is under the media tab. So, and see, this was the wedding one that I had from when I did the wedding. We would copy this over just like this. So that's number one. And that's a bad example, bad one for all this other stuff that's going on. Let's do something different. Let's do cooking. How about that? We'll do a cooking lower third. All right, so we got that, and we have it in our media player. So we have it selected here. Now, if I go to palettes, downstream keyer, we're going to set our fill source to media player and the key. So now if I hit auto, there is my lower third. And that's done all in the ATEM. And see, it's right there. And that's all being done from here. It's doing the transparency and all this other stuff. That's static images. So yeah, you can do it that way. Originally at my church, this is how we did it as well too. I made one for all of our ministers similar to this, like this, and we loaded it. But some of my folks would forget about it and they didn't use it. So I need to make it simple. So that's why we don't do this live. I always added it in post. We're going to be shutting it down here in a little bit, folks, because I think I got a meeting or something at 2. If it's lagging, that might be your system. Look at your task manager to see how is your system handling it. Is the CPU spiking? If it's lagging, it might be something with your internet or the computer. That's what I'm thinking. Jeff wants to know, for studio monitors, do you use regular TVs? I have one, but it keeps flashing in and out. Are there certain settings I should be aware of? Honestly, I've used TVs. I'm actually thinking about putting this 4K TV on a rolling stand and use this in future videos. Similar to what I did at Lebanon, they were regular TVs. The flashing could be something that's tied to its hertz or its frame rate, not resolution, the frame rate, 60, 59, 94, 29, 97, 30, 24, 25, something like that. It could be flashing like that, or it could be just a connection. How do you have those connected? It could be a bunch of those. Otis, what is going on? Missy Productions. My pastor still refuses to plug into the soundboard. I've purchased an ATEM, and when I pick up the audio in vMix, it uses the computer audio, which stinks. Is there a way to use the audio from my camera? Yes, you have to just turn on that channel. So if we cut back over here and we go to audio, you just need to turn on the channel for that camera, which I don't want to do it right now because it's going to cause feedback, but like this one, you would turn it on and then that would use it, and then turn the audio off on your other channels. That's how you would do that. And you know what? I forgot to update my Patreon stuff because we have some new people and I want to give them a shout out, but it kind of stinks I didn't have a chance to do that. So I am sorry. So I'm not going to flash our members and patrons at the end of this because I didn't update that. But I really appreciate if you are supporting me in any way, shape, or form on Patreon or YouTube or through Teespring or anything like that, because all those funds help to pool for we get more equipment for giveaways and everything like that. That's where that goes. It doesn't go line my pockets because obviously y'all have seen my Toyota Corolla. You don't see a Tesla yet. So I'm not using what y'all give me for that. We're using that to help give back in some way, shape, or form. Yes, it is. It is the XL one, the largest one there, right there. That's what I'm controlling all this stuff here. So when I do the graphics for Facebook, these are sending commands to vMix. That's how I'm doing that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut it down here, folks. I really appreciate all the questions y'all have. I got some other stuff I have follow-ups with. We've been going for almost 2 hours. Can you believe that? Man, time has flown so much. If you haven't, please make sure you hit that subscribe and notifications. Share this channel with other churches or other ministries, because I am doing, let y'all know, another video I am working on is the 2021 Round 2 Survival Guide, because COVID hasn't gone anywhere. We got another round, especially in the U.S. Infections have spiked like crazy. So lockdowns are happening again. And just want to make another list of like, look, this is what we need to have to get your stuff straight. And real quick, Shane, yes, I am using DaVinci Resolve for all of my video edits. So that video is coming soon, but make sure you have notifications on. Like we said, make sure you join the Facebook group. We have our roundtable this Sunday. If you have any other questions, you want to email me at questions@ajhomes.com. Give me 48 to 72 hours to respond. because we have a lot of people that we're trying to help. So just want to be mindful of that. And I think that's it, folks. I really appreciate y'all. If no one else has told you, I appreciate what you are doing for your ministry, your branch of Zion, or wherever you're at, to help spread the message beyond the four walls, because that's what we are. And if you didn't know, you are an e-missionary if you're trying to minister to people that you may never meet. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Love you. Y'all have a great day, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. If you're having service tomorrow, have a great service. If you have it on Sunday, that as well too. If you are a one-person team, I pray your strength. If you are blessed enough to have more than one person, that's awesome. Cherish those moments and help out another ministry with whatever you learn, because whatever you think you don't know is wisdom to someone else. So that's what this channel is about, for me to empower you so that you can help the other ministries in your area, because I can't reach everyone. All of us are meant to reach somebody. So hopefully I can help you in a little bit with that. But I appreciate y'all. See y'all later. I'm going to have an intimate conversation with my pillow and blanket here for about an hour so I can go to sleep. And then we'll be chatting with y'all later. Later, folks.